lie on your back. Separate your legs about shoulder width apart, maybe a tiny bit more. And bring your arms up overhead. If that's uncomfortable for you, then you bring them out to the sides. But bring them overhead and just let them rest on the floor there. And now, in your imagination, feel which arm is closer to your face. Your arms are overhead where you can have them comfortably. And just observe. If you were to measure the distance, it doesn't matter if the elbows are touching the floor or not touching the floor. And now, if you were to measure from your right elbow to your right side of your jaw, your cheek, and from your left elbow to your left jaw, which of those lines is shorter or longer? And how does that relate to which shoulder is freer? And now just slowly decide which arm you think is closer to your head, and just drag that arm a little on the floor towards your face until you touch the side of your face, and then take it back. Just in whatever way is reasonably easy. Doesn't matter if the arm stays on the floor, lifts off the floor. The task is just to feel the amount of time it takes for your arm to come to the side of your face. Now, do the same thing with the other arm. You're not trying to do anything, and if the arm doesn't touch the face, that's fine, but just feel, because now you're doing with what you imagine is the less easy one, and you'll feel. Does it take more time for this arm to get to the side of the face, or less time? And go ahead and alternate one and then the other. And notice, is the arm that you thought was closer to the head, does that one take less time? Good. Rest a moment. Bring your arms down slowly. Bring up your arms again. And bring them overhead. Again, the elbows are probably off the floor, but it doesn't matter. Back of the hands facing the floor. And now, slowly, the arm that you felt took less time to get to your side of your head, you think of lifting that elbow and turning that elbow towards your head, and then back to the floor, or back toward the floor. Just slowly. You just roll many times, just slowly, just what's easy. You don't feel any discomfort in the shoulder, but you lift that elbow away from the floor and bring it toward your head. Doesn't matter whether it touches the head or not, but you can feel that as you roll that elbow, if you relax the other arm, you'll feel that the elbow of the other arm goes closer to the floor. In other words, it comes as if it was going to lie, the opposite elbow comes as if it was going to lie on the floor. Doesn't need to, but you can feel that it moves toward the floor as the other elbow comes towards your head. Just slowly, feeling where you can reduce the effort, and feeling how your shoulder blade slides towards the edge of the back of your chest. In other words, the shoulder blade slides of the arm that you're turning the elbow towards the head and bringing it towards the head, that shoulder blade slides away from the spine, while the other shoulder blade goes a little closer to the floor. As you exhale, and you, of course, you rest between each movement. Good. Now, slowly bend the knee of the same side as the arm that you're, elbow that you're lifting. That's right. And slowly, as you roll the elbow, you continue to do the same thing, lifting and rolling that elbow towards your face. Tilt your knee in the direction that it goes easily, with as if the elbow and the knee are tied together a little bit, linked together, and so that as the elbow goes towards your face, towards your head, the knee tilts toward the inside. And see, again, exhaling as you do that, and feeling how the weight of your back sinks toward the floor on the opposite side. Good. Now switch your legs. And now continue with the same arm, but tilt your knee towards the outside, towards the floor. Slowly, in other words, towards the outside edge of the foot. Resting between each movement. It's as if the elbow were to keep going, the arm would be lying on your face, lying on your head, but more toward the front of your face. Now, switch your legs again. And this time, let your knee tilt to the inside as you roll the elbow towards the head. That's it. And let of course, the other elbow comes toward the floor. And now feel what happens if you, this time, tilt this knee to the outside. As you roll the elbow, you tilt the knee in the opposite direction. And feel what happens. In other words, the knee, if you're lifting, turning the left elbow, you tilt the knee to the left. And if it's the right elbow, you tilt the knee to the right. Yeah, but when you rest, you rest. You don't keep the arm lifted. And now tilt the knee to the inside again. See if something's a little easier. And now switch your legs. And a few times as you lift the same elbow, tilt the knee again towards the floor so that you actually feel that you roll a little bit, don't you? Just slowly, not fast, not fast. You rest between each movement. Yeah, slowly. Feel where you can reduce the effort in your abdomen. But you can feel that your chest rolls a little as the pelvis goes towards the floor and the elbow rolls towards your head. And now with this knee, tilt this knee, the opposite knee of the arm, tilt this knee towards the inside as you roll the arm towards the head. That's it. Good. Now, stop for just a moment. Leave your arms as they are, stretch out your right leg, and just observe the feeling of the arm you've been working with compared to the other one. And now see which arm comes towards your head more easily. Try again that idea of measuring the time it takes for one arm to get to your head compared to the other. Good. And rest a moment. And just observe the upper back on the side of the arm that you were moving. Bring both arms overhead again, near to your head. Again, doesn't matter if the elbows are in the air. And now just appreciate the distance of one elbow to the side of your head and the other elbow. And now with the other arm, the one we didn't work with, slowly begin to lift that elbow toward the ceiling and it turns towards your head. But again, you don't press it, you don't do anything where you feel discomfort. You just bring the elbow the little bit towards the head that's easy. And of course, you feel that your hand turns with the arm as you exhale. Just what's easy. That's it. And now bend the knee on the same side and slowly tilt the knee to the inside as you lift the elbow towards the head. In such a way, that's it, in such a way you feel that your pelvis tilts, the chest, because the restriction may not be in the shoulder. It's possible that the restriction is actually in the chest. As you exhale, but don't leave the arm behind. Means the motive force is still with the elbow coming towards the head. It's not that the chest rolls and the arm remains behind. Switch your legs. And now tilt this knee to the outside. And feel how the knee tilting to the outside pulls the chest, and pulls the chest in a way that you roll a little bit. Just slowly. And now tilt this knee to the inside and feel how that tilting the knee to the inside actually inhibits the movement of the arm because it actually pushes the shoulder towards the floor at the same time as you're wanting to turn the shoulder. And let the hand turn. Feel where you can reduce the effort in your feet. Good. And now take the knee to the outside again and see if there's a little bit of an improvement. And now switch your legs and tilt this knee to the inside. All right? And feel how the whole side of yourself comes away from the floor or lightens. And now tilt the knee in the opposite direction. And again, feel how that creates a twist in the chest. Slowly, slowly. But feel you can still bring the elbow towards the head. So if you just do what's easy, you'll figure out that if you soften the chest, you can still bring the arm to touch the head. That's it. And now tilt the knee to the inside. And now bend the other knee also. And alternate tilting the knees in a way that helps the arm that's coming toward the head until you can make the movement of the elbow turning toward the head, the arm rotating, until you can make it more and more equal. And of course, if the head turns with the arm, it becomes a little easier. And feel what's different with the arm that's the easier of the two. Where do you feel the difference? Where do you feel the difference? Is it in the chest? Is it in the middle of the back? Is it in the shoulder blades? Of course, if you've had an injury to the shoulders, then of course there's a difference. But even within the context of the injury, you'll see there can be a lot of improvement. But only if you do what's easy. Good. And stop. Stretch out your legs. Bring your arms down and just observe the contact of your upper back with the floor, your shoulder blades, your spine. Your lower back. And again, make that small movement of your chin away from your throat and then towards your sternum and away from your throat and toward your throat. Just slowly, and feel how your neck arches as the chin comes away, and then that arch disappears as you pull the chin in. Just simple, just easy. No, not other things. Nothing with the chest or the shoulders. No pushing. Just small, little, easy movement of the head until you begin to feel that somewhere between those 2 points of having the chin away from the throat and close to the throat, somewhere between those 2 points is where you would be looking forward toward the horizon if you were standing. And you'll feel that that's a point where the pressure is in the middle of the back of your head. It's not towards the top of the head, as in the chin being far away from the throat, and it's not towards the inferior, the bottom portion of the skull. It's somewhere between. And you'll see that that's where your diaphragm is free to move. You'll see, if you pull the chin in, then the diaphragm is constricted. The movement of the abdomen is constricted. Good. And please bend your knees and slowly roll to your side and slowly come to sitting and to standing. And just observe the feeling in the shoulders. They feel more back and more down. If somehow your sternum feels more up or your weight feels more back, and now find that point again where your chin is neither pulled down nor back up,